Alrighty, getting back into it, and I should have gotten a drink before starting that episode, but I wasn't thinking, so now I have to walk off and talk from a long way away while I get my frickin' drink, and yeah, that's it. That's just how life goes when you listen to my channel. It's all over the place. Lemonade, of course. Well, not lemonade, natural mineral water. Tastes like lemonade, but no sugar. So I suppose it doesn't technically taste like water. I'm just talking about the fizz. It's got the fizz in it. It's beautiful. Anyway, we're doing a rocket this episode. We are going to get a rocket launched. So, my God, these guys are starting to fall over. I almost feel like we need like 8 lines of electric components or something. This will be something that would be great to upgrade to a purple belt. Really, really great. Like, make this a purple belt and then build enough machines to actually fill it up. I feel like it wouldn't be that hard, and yeah, that would help us a lot. Especially since I don't know if we're actually going to break things with... because we're still using a ton of these, but I think we're using most of them for the mall, to be honest. I don't think we're using them for actually building rockets or anything like that, so yeah. You're starting to get mined out. 6.4 million, but not as much as you could be. It's probably we're probably actually using a lot of the copper from this other setup over here. Although it's backed up on cobalt now, but I feel like for a while it wouldn't have been backed up on cobalt because we were actually building cobalt plate. Yeah, here. Where did we build the cobalt plate? Here. So we used up a lot of cobalt, which would have sent a lot of that other copper going through that system. You need a radar, don't you? Don't you? You need a radar. I'm not going to give you a radar though, because it can't be stuffed, and because I got that coal thing which needs to be destroyed later on. So anyway, this guy's probably going down the tube. Still 2.3k, so still doing decent. I guess we didn't completely destroy it here. So anyway, first things first. Let's do a step-by-step ABC of what we need to do. And we'll probably do a lot of it up here in the mall area. So first things first, going to be concrete. We don't need a lot of it. We just need a bit of it because, yeah. So I'm going to do it over here off a little bit because we do need water. So you are Mr. Concrete, iron ore and stone brick. So let's do that and let's do that. I'm not going to constrain this guy in terms of resources because when we need a lot of concrete, we need a lot of concrete. So, you know, we never say, oh, I want concrete, but I only need like 20 of it. It's always like 1,000 or 100,000 or something. Some stupidly ridiculous number of concrete is what we usually need. Iron ore. I'm pretty sure iron ore should be in the network. I'm pretty sure if we go over to where we're offloading it from the train, passive provider, yeah, these are passive providers. So, yes, iron ore should be fine, stone brick should be fine. So, making the concrete should not be a problem. There we go, we got stone brick, we got iron ore already being delivered. Whether we need multiple of these, I don't think we will, to be honest. I really don't think we will. There we go. Give me some iron ore. Give me some concrete. I'm just going to request this concrete and let them slow drop it off to me. I think we needed 1,000 or something like that for a rocket. Yeah, 1,000. Steel, dead easy. Whoa. Oh, you already had concrete in a storage warehouse somewhere. Good for you guys. Good for you. 600. Let's pop that up to 1,000. I'm guessing electric engines aren't in the aren't anywhere. We're building them here, but they're not passive provided. We can change that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take 400 of that. We're still missing that steel. I checked for them to deliver it to me, so I'm eagerly waiting my delivery of steel because I don't want to have to go on the friggin' belt and grab it manually and all that sort of crap. That's just annoying. Picking things up off the belt when you got legs like this is just annoying. So let's build a rocket. They're going to deliver me enough stuff to build another rocket straight away, probably, but So good. So good. I don't know if we need more than one rocket silo, to be honest. I feel like one may be enough. Because if we're using raw productivity modules, then yeah, it's really not going to be that big of a deal. So okay. It's going to go like that. Whoop. Yeah, so we need this like that. Like that. You've got a ton of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're not going to hook these up yet because I'd kind of like the productivity modules in here before we do that. So, raw productivity modules. What do they actually take to make? Would it be easier just to make productivity modules? Because it's like the energy consumption, who gives a crap, really? I'm not sure that I do. So maybe we could just make them. We need productivity modules 5. So you're researching. So apparently you've got everything you needed. All right, that's fine. So productivity module 5s, we need 4 of them. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be fussed when it comes to these guys. So let's have a look at. We do start to need the logic boards. Circuit, logic. Logic boards are a little bit of a pain, I think. Module logic board. I'm not going to do the maths in my head because it's going to hurt because they got so many different levels of stuff. So we're not going to do the maths. What we are going to do is hook this up, and it goes through it fairly quickly. So let's just store enough for one rocket in there. And wait, the productivity modules. Productivity, pollution, energy consumption. Sweet. They no longer speed. They no longer reduce your speed. That's awesome. They used to reduce your speed, but I guess that's a Bob's thing, which I'm very happy about. See, I was going to get raw productivity because they don't reduce your speed, but these ones don't do it anyway. So it's like, why would I even bother? I don't care about pollution or energy efficiency. I mean, look at if we go to power, we're up to over 200 meg, but look at that, we're still spiky. So this power grid, just one grid of these guys, more than enough to handle 200 megawatts. More than enough, which I'm happy about. So we're waiting for that research. We're building satellites. Let's just build some satellites up here. Where do we want to build them? I don't feel like we need a lot of stuff from the normal mall to build them, so maybe we should just build them here. Let's just build a section out here. I don't feel like we'll ever need to expand robots because we got over 5,000 logistics, and we got that all out of this setup, so why would we bother expanding that setup when we don't need to? So, satellite, accumulators, logistics panels. Maybe we can reuse some of this stuff. I feel like maybe we can. Nah, screw it. Screw it, let's just make them again over here. Let's just not worry about setting up bloody productivity modules or whatever the hell we need over in that section. Let's just make them again here. So, Mr. Satellite. Where are you, Mr. Satellite? Okay. Alright. Basic. Basic. Now, we are going to need to do some funky stuff with this guy because this guy requires 100 low density structures, and low density structures take 10 space each. So if we put all of these into one chest, it's not going to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that, then we get rid of that and rid of that. So that just takes these ones, which should fit into there. And then we need 100 here and 50 rocket fuel. We already got deliveries for low density structures into this chest. That's fine, we'll just take them out when they get there. So what are we missing? We want to make these and these. Radars we are making in the mall, so that should be fine. These are fine, these are fine, these are fine, these are all fine. Get out of there. Okay, you do not need to be in there anymore. You can all go into this chest. Excellent. And they'll get slowly used up. So I feel like it's just the accumulator and the solar panel are the only things that we need to worry about. And we may need to actually have more machines making these, because we need a decent amount. But then again, we don't need a decent amount of satellites. We don't need these to be all that fast. So medium solar panels and the normal accumulators. Let's just adjust these up a bit. Doesn't really matter what we do it. That might have a problem because we are not very good on the old basic electronic boards, and this guy needs a bunch of them. So he might be okay, but then again, his passive provider is going to be over here somewhere, and that's... Oh, we do have a thing that stops it from going out unless there's enough in there. But I think this is set to like 500 and it's still not going anywhere. So we're just not producing enough. And all of the ones that we do produce get yanked straight out of the chest. So there's actually no basic electronic boards making it onto the bus at all. I feel like that is a somewhat serious situation. A somewhat serious situation. Yes, I did just say that. So... you are Mr. Satellite, and you are like that. And we only need one. Because we're not going for a rocket a minute, we're just going for normal, everyday stuff. So, let's see if we can do productivity modules nice and quick, and then we are going to work on basic electronic boards, or whatever the hell they're called. Because I don't feel like we can leave that for very much longer. I don't feel like we can. So, let's have a look. So we need four of these guys. Oh, what? Polished ruby? You have got to be crapping me. We need polished ruby. Right, how do we get a polished ruby really quick? Raw ruby, grinding wheel, water. So let's have a look. So we need 4 of these. Requires 4 cut rubies. Requires 4 desert rubies. Which require... So ruby ore goes into 4 raw rubies. So we technically only need 1 ruby ore. Can we find 1 ruby ore in this mess? I have a feeling that we can. The only problem is going to be finding only 1. So did I just pick 1 or 2 out of there? Hard to tell. There we go. Now, of course, I can't put it back in there, so... Oh no, I can. I can. So where's my 1 ore? There we go. My 1 ruby ore. We've stored about 20 bazillion ruby ores, but we only got 1. So this is going to be a strictly temporary process at the moment. Raw ruby. There we go. So now you are going to be water. We need water as well. Okay, what else do we need? 4 grinding wheels. Those shouldn't be too hard to make. If I can figure out how to make the damn things. I mean, at this point, we should be able to make pretty much anything, except for tungsten-related products. We should be able to make pretty much everything. It's got to be in here. Grinding wheels. Silicon carbide. Why would you do that to me? Powdered silicon. Oh, we got powdered silicon. That should be fine. Give me your silicon. Okay, I just got a whole bunch of silicon. So we can make powdered silicon. So let's set up another machine here. You are powdered silicon. Just let that go for a sec. And then, what was it? Powdered silicon. So we need a bunch of steel as well. So, grinding wheels. turn that up, get some water going. I love these substations. You can just do anything you want, wherever you want. Alright, so I feel like 18 is probably enough. Grinding wheel. Silicon carbide. Oh no, that's here, isn't it? What did I just make? I thought I made silicon carbide. No, I made powdered silicon. So, silicon carbide. Oh wait, is that the right thing? No. We need a chemical. We need an electric chemical furnace. Silicon carbide. There we go. So you make 2 for every 1. I feel like we are going to be fine. I feel like we are easily going to get enough grinding wheels to get all of these guys processed. So let's just do that. And let's leave that. Now, step 3. Polishing wheel and polishing compound. They might be a bit tricky. Alumina, light oil. Okay, that's not tricky at all. And polishing wheel. We can just handcraft those things. Excellent. Yeah, so we need alumina. How much alumina have I got? I feel like I got a bunch. So now we just need light oil. And that is made in a thingamabob. Which we can do. I feel like we can do that. Get a big machine for that. 6. Is 6 enough? Yeah, 6 is enough. Alrighty, let's zoom back over there and get our thingamabob done. Where am I? Where did I go? Here it is, over here. Alright, 4. Excellent. So, you are now going to be that. Leaving crap on the floor is never good. You are going to be that. And now we need to get the other stuff for these modules as well. The other things that we need. So, integrated electronics, done. Solder, done. Module contact, we've made tons of them. Productivity, we're going to need a whole bunch of crap, to be honest. We're going to need to just shelve them all up. So we should just start getting a ton of everything. Alrighty, you give me a ton of that. That feels like a ton. Productivity logic boards. Module logic boards. Fiberglass board. So where are we making the normal boards? Over here. And yeah, they take ferric chloride, don't they? What else do they need? Copper, gold, fiberglass. Alrighty, here is what we are going to do. Pipe. Mr. Pipe. You are going to give me a bunch of module logic boards. You're going to put them into a chest. And you are going to keep making them until I tell you to stop. Of course you are going to need this stuff to be working, aren't you? There we go. So that'll keep going until I tell it to stop. And we'll just keep yanking them out as we need them. Are we there yet? Productivity module 3 needs the green things and needs the normal boards. So let's get a bunch of these circuits. Guys, if I can stand on them. Yep, there we go. Stand on them, grab a whole bunch of them. And we're actually grabbing the green things off the other board as well, which is beautiful. So now we can make... So we need to get to the point where we can make 4 of these. So we can make 4. So now we need to worry about these. And these are the productivity logic boards. So grab a bunch of those. We can make 4 of these. Alright, let's just make those 4. We'll grab a bunch of those. Grab a bunch of those. Polished ruby. Oh, come on. These things so freaking long. Why did they make them take so long? That's just completely and utterly unreasonable. Absolutely unreasonable. So what are we waiting for here? I'm not sure, but I feel like if I let's just let these guys go. So we got productivity modules, we got satellites. What are you low on? Solar panels and accumulators. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure if we need extra ones, to be honest. But we're going to build them anyway, because I know we only need one of these guys like every 10 hours or something, because rockets, we're not going to launch rockets that quickly, like every 5 minutes. So assuming we can build 100 of these in 5 minutes, which we probably can, it's not a real problem. But you know what? We're just going to do it because we can and because I want to. Yeah. Of course, that's going to put an even bigger drain on our basic electronic boards, but this guy has got nearly all that at once, 1.8k out of 2k, so maybe we're fine. Maybe the mall's finally starting to back up and not use as many of these guys. Alright, so we're doing a bunch. So 1, 2, I need more productivity boards. 3, 4, no, that's bad. I didn't want to rebuild all of that stuff. We're going to have to keep an eye on these guys, because I don't want to rebuild these guys, the productivity module 4s, because as far as I can tell, we've got everything that we need from that stage. So if I do that, yeah, it builds all of them. So there we go. So there's our 4. So there's our last one, and then the other 3 have already been used up. So now you're fine. Now you're not building all that extra crap. So I don't know what the deal was. Maybe while it's being built, it can't be used as an ingredient for a future one. So that's why it was boning itself. Oh boy. Alrighty, so put that in there. That's now 25%, and we will be heading to 100% very, very soon. And I was thinking about redoing military science out here and then putting that on the same line as the rocket science, but to be honest, I don't know if I can be bothered moving military science. It should be fast enough where it is to actually produce it, and we got the inputs coming in from logistics, so maybe I don't care. Maybe I just really don't care. And maybe we'll actually use bots to move logistics science as well, to move rocket science, because the whole belt-related stuff, I mean, the reason we did want that is so that we can have a cache of different things, but because of the way that this works with this sort of stuff, we can have a cache there anyway. So, excellent, excellent, excellent. So now, we can do this. And you are, yes, that productivity. Auto launch with cargo is what we want here. And then this goes into there, and now we just need it to set up to actually use it. And we can get rid of rockets because we are doing that right now. So, you are not building a lot, are you? Gun turrets, not building a lot. Because we're not building a lot of gears. Oh my god, are we really relying on just these 2 machines? I feel like we are. Well, I do not know if we are actually making our quota of getting these guys done. Maybe we're not. This iron, man, is just drying up. It's just drying up so badly. Okay, you know what? You guys are no longer belt fed because obviously a single chest for this is just not enough. And we're using this for... No, we're not using this for anything else. I don't know what the hell their problem is. But... there we go. It's only 200. So there we go. Get you some proper iron, please. And you are actually going to be 2,000. 2,000 for these guys. I feel like the grenades are not that big a problem, but for these guys, we're going to make it a lot bigger. And we may need to speed module these guys up as well. I'm not sure. Once they're both running full speed, we will see how much they actually do in keeping these guys full. And they seem to be doing a pretty good job. Yep, they're all running. So I'm a lot more happy about that than I was previously. So, what do we want over here? So, quest. And you are going to be Space Science. Gold Science Pack. Well, I have not seen that, and I have not needed it, so I'm not going to worry about it. But anyway, that should be it. And putting the space science on the same line as the military science, maybe not the best idea, but because they're so closely colored, but I feel like it'll be fine. Let's do a zoom over here. Of course there are no radars. Of course there aren't. Let's just do this. Because I really need to see this. Oh, look at that. We're just in time for the first guy. Just in time. So, we just chuck the satellite in there. And another satellite comes out straight away. And this is going to be our first rocket. So we're going to get the end game thing. But of course, we're not going to end the game here. We are going to keep on going. Keep on trucking in this game. Excellent. There it goes. There goes the rocket. I don't know where it goes. Continue. 51 hours is how long we've been playing. We've only killed 84 trees, 17 stone rocks. We are a very, very passive sort of player when it comes to killing things. We killed like billions of trees, but only with the upgrade tool, and apparently they don't count. So there we go. Are you? Yes. Look at all this science coming in there. That's beautiful. And you will continue to produce that stuff. And I feel like with the speed that it's going in, was it 3 seconds? So 300 seconds to do everything. 150 because we've got double productivity. 150 to do 1,000. Yeah, that's fast enough. That's definitely fast enough. Military science may be the thing that actually starts slowing down. So let's up those guys a bit. Give them a little bit more speed. And yeah, hopefully we got enough. Although we got probably way too many research centers for the amount of science that we're aiming to produce. 2 per second. I feel like we could easily use up that many. You guys have got speed modules. Jeez, when did I actually start doing that? Because that's a bit crazy. Alrighty, space science, right next to military science. And what is the first thing we want to get? I feel like we need to... what else do we need to get? Character inventory slots, we're up to... Yeah, we don't care about that. That, more logistics slots. Don't really care about that. We could get a lot of normal science still. You know what? Let's do it. Let's get mining, productivity, distract a robot mine. Not sure what that's about, but excuse me. Until we find something else worth getting, I am going to get all of those guys. And robot speed and robot cargo is potentially going to be a nice option to reduce the amount of robots we need, but to be honest, okay, something's wrong here. We used to have 700 and almost 800 construction robots in the system. Now we only have 545. You don't have any construction robots. You don't have any. It must have been when we were doing the switchemy-boo with the thing. So what happens was we probably picked up and destroyed a whole bunch of roboports because we moved the roboports down here. I don't know why I suddenly can't talk, but we moved a bunch of robots, so we picked them up and we moved them. And what happens was we probably picked up a bunch of roboports with a bunch of guys in them. This roboport is off-center. Now, you are off-center, sir. And yeah, we probably just yanked a whole bunch more roboports out of the system. Out of construction robots. So that's how we lost all those construction robots. And then I just dumped them straight back into a chest where they didn't really get used. Yeah, but that's fine. That is absolutely fine. So, are you still running? Yes, you are. Look at you. And I usually don't have sound turned on for Factorio, so that sounds pretty sweet. Wow, that sounds so beautiful. Yes, go! Go, my beautiful! We're going to zoom out properly now, and we're going to see that rocket go off, and we are going to chase it to the edge of the map and see how far it goes, actually. Because I got legs, so I can keep this guy going pretty fast. Look at him! Oh, he faded. It fades after a certain amount of time, so he faded right about there. So even if I'd gotten around the lake and kept chasing it, it would have just faded. But that's fine. And yeah, all of the space science packs getting out of there, doing beautifully. And it looks like we're using them all up. Oh, I don't know about that, but I don't think we're using them all up. But they're obviously out there. They're not backed up yet, actually. All of these bloody things have... What? How do you not have it? Did I forget something here? I feel like I forgot something. You guys have been shafted. You've been well and truly shafted. And look at this, another one with speed modules in it. What the hell was I thinking? And you got speed modules as well. Ah, you guys do not need speed modules. It must have been something dodgy I was doing. Probably with, it would have been way back in the day when I was doing God knows what. What we need to do here is we need to get rid of the poles. There we go. We got 8 types of science now, don't we? Is there a single machine which has 8 science packs in it? I can't see one, actually. I suppose there's not a single bit of science. No, you got 8? You got 8? It's not showing the pink one. It shows the pink one, but as soon as you stuff military science in there, it stops showing the pink one. It only shows a maximum of 7. Alright, that's fine. So anyway, mining productivity 16. Yep. Have we already done mining productivity? No, 15 was the non-infinite one. So we start at 16. And we are just going to keep going here. And this just shooting the mining productivity up will assure us that these pump jacks will be good to the end of time. Because they're doing a pretty good job at the moment. They're starting to slow down a bit, but we can upgrade these to bigger and better pump jacks. And with the productivity research, we are going to be beautiful. So you are pump jack Mark 4s. I feel like we should just do this. There's a beeping, but I feel like it's a beeping in the actual game. Yeah, stop now. It's this. It's the bloody substations. You stand right next to the substation, and there's this tiny little beeping. There it is. There's a tiny little beeping. I think for one episode, I was like trying to listen to it, and I was like, is that my smoke alarm running out? I was like, is that my phone doing something weird? And it's the goddamn substation in the game. It's just making this very small, very innocuous little beep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Freaking substations, man. I swear to God. So you are Mark 1s. So you go in there. And you are Mark 2s. So you go in there. And then you give me 20. I suppose that's fine. I suppose I'll take more than I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now these guys should be fully going sweet. Like, fully sweet, mate. Fully sweet. And what we're actually going to do to round out this episode is I don't want these speed modules in there anymore. I do not want them. Because we don't need them. Because we're going to upgrade them to big, old level 3s. Apparently we only got 10 level 3s. Apparently this guy needs to be opened up a bit. Well, eventually we'll get to level 4s, and level 4s will open up a bit. With Mr. Geez, we don't have any of these. 6 components, and we don't have any of them. That is just nuts. Absolutely nuts. Alrighty. So, you go like that. Oh, we do need to select a recipe, I guess. Advanced oil. And now we're talking about speed. Now it is good. Speed at 2.5, as opposed to the originals, which is 1. So I like that. Give me some more. That may 10 fairly quickly. Although I don't think we need 10, so. Go. So now I absolutely would not expect any of these guys to start running out of anything. Light oil is interesting. We're building a ton of rockets, but we're still not running out of light oil, which is interesting. Anyway, I don't feel like we need a ton of these guys. These, so let's dump them back in there. Oh, we can only fit 3 in there. Just put the extra 2 in there. And let's do it. I mean, and by do it, I mean finish the episode, because I think we're fine at the moment. Yes, I feel like we are fine. Alrighty, so thank you very much for watching this episode. We have got rockets, we have got rocket science, mining productivity is almost there. Let's actually wait for mining productivity. I feel like our downside is going to be these labs. Maybe once we get raw speed modules, we should start shoving some raw speed modules into these labs. Raw speed module 5s, and each one is like 100% speed increase. You know what? I calculated that we could make these guys 100% faster. I didn't realize you could actually put multiple modules in there. So once we start putting 4 modules or 6 modules in the top level ones, they're just going to be so stupidly fast that we could fill up a purple belt with like 4 of these machines or something ridiculous. Did not take that into calculation. Missed that totally, but whatever. A big smelting area with tons of machines looks cool anyway, so it will be fine. And you are screwing up my area, but these guys, less than 1 million, so that's fine. And I need to go off and make dinner because I'm quite hungry. So what we do next episode, I don't know. But it'll probably be nitinol and tungsten. I don't feel like raw speed module 5s are any sort of priority at the moment. So it'll be, yeah, nitinol and tungsten. Every time we come over here, there's a rocket ready to launch. This guy is just so fast, man. He's just so fast. And now we will see things start to fall over. Now we'll start to see these guys start to fall over, and this guy start to fall over, and so on and so forth. Anyway, that's going to be that. And we got our mining productivity 17. So now if we go over to Mr. Oremine, Mr. Oremine, you are going to be 32% instead of 30%. And we are going to push that mining productivity to the moon and back, so that when I go out to, like, 10 million, that will just last us for, like, the rest of the game, so we don't have to do any crazy crap. Of course, I just realized that having mining productivity shot up to the moon is going to make clearing these things take even longer, and clearing this take even longer. But we almost cleared this. The copper one's fine. I feel like we're fine. I feel like we should be happy with that. I mean, 3.6 million coal. We will use that eventually. I'm pretty sure we'll use that eventually, you know. Even though we've switched all of our smelters over to electric, so we don't actually need coal for almost anything anymore. What do we use coal for? We use it for grenades, and we use it for making carbon. Yeah, 3.6 million might take a while to get through, I think. But anyway, we got the storage, so it's all good. I'm going to sign off now because I really need to get dinner started. So, thank you very much for watching. I will catch you guys later. You need to be in my inventory. Catch you guys later. Stay tuned.